28 leading economists writing to the Prime Minister expressing their concerns over the future of NREGA, the National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, which provides employment to millions in backward districts of the country. Economists have shared deep concern about the future of NREGA. Well, joining us now on the phone line is Jean Drèze, one of the economists who've signed that letter. Sir, if you could share with us some of your concerns and why do you think the government is curtailing NREGA? Right, Mr. Drèze, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, if you could share with us some of the concerns you've expressed in this letter. Why do you think the government is curtailing the scheme?
Yes, I can't hear you very well, but the letter basically is about a series of dilutions of the Act that are happening today. And in fact, some of them started even before this new government came into office, whether it is the freezing of wages in real terms, the withdrawal of right to compensation for delayed payments, the increase in the material labor ratio, which is going to dilute the employment generation potential of the scheme, the bringing back of machines, and of course, very importantly now also a proposal to restrict the NREGA only to specific districts or blocks. So, these are very serious attacks on very basic rights of NREGA workers. And that is the concern that is being expressed in that letter by a large group of economists who I don't think can be accused of any bias in this matter and who really represent a wide spectrum of the profession. So I think it really needs to be heard.
Right, sir. Though there has been a certain amount of criticism of NREGA, wastage and the immense cost to the exchequer, and also some would welcome restricting it to just the poorest of the poor districts.
Again, I couldn't hear you so well, but I think you refer to criticisms of NREGA. There are many valid criticisms, and I have many criticisms myself. But one of the points being made in the letter is if you actually look at the evidence instead of going just by media reports, and you look at the body of research that has been carried out on NREGA, which is very considerable, you find a lot of evidence of positive impact of the scheme, whether it is on the growth of real wages, on the status of women, even the creation of productive assets, the revival of gram sabhas and gram panchayats. So there are actually many very substantial benefits from the scheme, which reaches 50 million families every year, which is a huge number of people at a very, very small cost. It's about 0.3% of GDP. So the point being made is that there's absolutely no reason to withdraw or curtail the scheme, and what is needed is actually to consolidate it, building on this body of evidence and trying to improve it.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Jean Drèze there, one of the 28 economists who've signed this letter to the Prime Minister expressing concern about moves to curtail the NREGA scheme.